Hey, Ellen.
What now, Chris?
Beacon Impatiens, Ellen.
Yes, Chris.
That can only mean one thing. We
What?
are at PanAmerican Seed in Santa Paula, California at the 2019 California Spring Trials, where we are finally getting to witness the launch of the much anticipated Impatiens Downy Mildew resistant Impatiens
Unbelievable.
called Beacon. We've
Yes.
shown it to you in the magazine in every form possible, except to be able to say you can buy
Here
it.
it is.
Well, now you can buy it. You can buy it if you're in one of those IDM kind of prone areas, like the east coast of the U.S., especially Florida. I think you guys can get it. Certainly up through the Atlantic, mid-Atlantic. Other countries like the UK, South Africa, Australia, where the disease is bad, you should have it in the marketplace
So
there.
it goes where it's needed most.
Where it's most needed first, but then by next year, everybody will be able to get it. Well, let's take a look at it. Stop talking.
Stop talking.
Here's
Chris.
the whole series. 6 different colors.
7 perhaps? Isn't there 7?
6 colors,
Oh.
I believe, and a mix. 6 colors and a mix.
That's right.
Nice, good range. Now, there's no rose in here yet. They're working hard to get a rose color in here. There's probably no pearl color yet. More colors are coming, but that's not what is important. And what's important is we've got a good Impatiens that I tell you what, you put it out in the landscape, you can't tell it from Super Alpha.
Right.
Look at this beautiful display
Yeah.
of them they have here.
Looks like Impatiens to me.
These have been tested like no Impatiens has ever been tested, and they really are resistant to Impatiens Downy Mildew. For some proof, they put together a trial display. Good old-fashioned side-by-side trial.
In a
Look
pack.
at this thing in the middle. Super Elfin, also a PanAmerican variety. That's what it looks like when it's diseased with IDM. Over here to the far left is Beacon, also diseased, or let's say infected with a disease, but not showing
Inoculated.
any signs. Inoculated, thank you. Now, to make it a true comparison, they are comparing it to the other IDM-resistant Impatien on the marketplace that's just coming out this year. We haven't seen it yet. That's Imara XDR. And you see that the Imara is not looking as thrifty and high quality as these Beacons are right now. Well, we'll have to see some other comparisons to make a final test, but when you look at this table of the new variety, the competing variety, and the old variety, well, certainly Beacon is holding up really well. So that bodes really well for the Impatiens marketplace. And stay tuned as we learn more about these varieties and the competition as well. But that's not all they've got here at PanAmerican Seed. There's dozens of new things over that way. Let's go check them out.
God, I just love Gerberas, don't you, Chris?
I do, especially when it's a brand new series of Gerbera.
Oh, exactly.
Like these are the Color Bloom series of Gerbera from PanAmerican Seed.
And
now,
they're beautiful.
I asked him, now you've got other Gerberas, right? Yes, Revolution is a series they've had for a long time, the old Kieft variety, but Revolution are pretty big and leafy, very lettucey. They bred Color Bloom to have really nice, compact plants, which means you can really grow them close together. But look at all the buds in there.
The foliage is smaller, so you can see more of the blooms.
And lots of blooms on there, big flowers.
And they don't fade.
Nice bold colors. And there are 5 colors in the series. And a mix, I think.
And they're 7 to 10 days earlier to flower.
Well, that's one of the keys. These are really for a smaller pot, like a quart-sized pot, as you see them in here, and they will go out really quick. So that's the new Color Bloom series. Kabloom, Ellen!
God bless you.
No! Kabloom, Calibracoa, for Pete's sake.
Well, we've been sneezing all day.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Allergies. Anyway, Kabloom is the only Calibracoa series from
Seed.
Yes, which is a breakthrough. I think from 2016. I think is when they said when they launched it. There's only one problem with Kabloom, and that is not enough colors. They just didn't have enough.
Solved that, though.
They kind of did. They have brought out a bunch of new colors. They've gotten rid of anything that didn't work, and the series now has 9 colors instead of the original 4 that worked. Some really nice colors. Jen's zooming in on Kabloom Orange. That's a great color, even if it was a vegetative variety.
They called it deep and bright, which you don't often get together. Deep
and bright.
And bright and
That
orange.
is a lot. And how about the first I-type. They call it a blast type.
Right.
Because it's just a blast when you can get an eye in your caliber
That sounds
color.
better than I.
So that's Kaboom. So like I say, 9 colors instead of just 4. Plenty of seed in the bag. And the series looks really good. They're really shooting for good uniformity, lots of color and lots of bright color. So that's Kaboom. And I think Wave is something we want to take a look at. And that's right around the corner because you know what's going on with Wave?
I do.
Ellen?
25th anniversary.
25
Next
years
year.
of
Next year.
Wave in 2020. That's a quarter of a century, for Pete's sake. That's as old as we are. Anyway,
Times 2.
so they're doing a big display here, and they're going to do a big blast next year. When we report on this
Right.
2020, we'll really be talking a lot about the consumer marketing that they'll be
Exactly.
doing.
There's going to be a big consumer push.
Yeah.
So when you order that, keep that in mind.
Right, but there are a couple of new colors. There's one right over there. That's the Easy Wave Lavender Sky Blue. Very pretty color, has that great, the Easy Waves are bigger flowers but more compact plants and quite a range of colors as well. But if you liked the original Wave, if you loved the classic Wave, then you will love Spreading Wave Carmine Velour.
Take a look at that.
AAS winner.
For this year.
Go Diane Blazik. But that's said to have the exact same habit as the original Purple Wave. So big deal this year. Next year is going to be a really big deal.
Yeah.
So let's see what else we can find
Prepare
here
for
from
that.
PanAmerican Seed. Hey Ellen,
Hey, Chris.
you know what else is cool about waves?
Cool waves. Did I get it? Did
It's
I
the
get
first
that?
time she's ever gotten one of my jokes. And here they are, cool waves, which are pansies, with much of the wave attributes of beautiful habits, spreading,
That's right.
and wonderful colors. And they've got 2 new ones
Exactly.
this year.
Strawberry swirl. And what's that good for?
And strawberry swirl, they say use this one in the springtime. That's because they've got this other one called raspberry swirl, which has a little stronger color that'll hold up a little better through the heat of summertime production for the fall. You can grow either at any time, but if you want the best color, that's when you would do that. So that's 2 new cool waves. And then also, still since we're in pansy / violas, Pan Am is launching a new viola series, which is fascinating. Why would they do another viola when they already had the sorbets? Well, they wanted something with really quick turn times. And so the name, Quicktime, tells you this is a quick little viola.
Beautiful color on that one.
They've got
6 colors.
6 different colors. Now, this is like up to 2 weeks faster than anything
what they
else
said.
on the market, including their own sorbets, by the way. And so it's great for the like the Northern European or the Northern U.S. market where it's hard to get a viola going in the wintertime. So that's the Quicktime series. And now, Ellen, your favorite topic of all, vegetables.
Come on over this way, Chris, for some wonderful hand-picked vegetables.
Do I get to pick vegetables?
Well, we can't really pick them right now. But
okay.
Gen Z is zooming in on this one. It's called Lemon Sun Patty Pan. It's a patty pan squash.
I see the little
disc shape.
shape there.
Yeah, you see that?
Isn't that cool?
Kind of UFO shaped as well. Bright yellow.
I think I accidentally called something else in another video a patty pan.
You did.
That's the patty pan.
But that's the patty pan. It looks a little scallop shaped, so that's cool. Harvest when it's about an inch or so, and then you can just throw it in a stir fry, or you can harvest it at 4 to 5 inches and scoop out the seeds like you would normally in a squash.
Fun.
Very nice.
Here's another one.
What do you got there?
This looks like almost like orange marmalade. It's so colorful.
That's because it is orange marmalade pepper, snacking pepper. Really sweet, early to market on that as well.
Those are beautiful.
Or I should say early maturing.
You know what goes good with peppers? Tomatoes go good with peppers.
Yeah.
They've got 2 new disease-resistant cherry tomatoes.
That's right.
One called Artemis, that's what you're looking at there. It's resistant to leaf mold. And then one
And
called
it has a good flavor too.
Helix, and this is late blight resistant. And that is the key. A lot of times you get a disease-resistant tomato. Sometimes the flavor or texture isn't quite as good as with others. But those are said to be really tasty. All kinds of action happening over here at the PanAmerican Seed Trial, but we're still working You know what goes good with tomato?
Basil.
Oh, it's
We
the
got
best.
A couple of new ones here.
This is called, I like this name, Newton. Newton the basil. I don't know why it would be called
Curly
that.
leaved.
But this one also has high fusarium resistance. And these leaves, they say, can get so big you can actually use it for a wrap, like a piece of lettuce. I think that would be really interesting.
Oh, and apparently it also has a less licorice flavor than a lot of the varieties that are curly leaf.
That's true. It's good.
Yeah.
How about this one? We did a taste test earlier. This one was really good. Basil, Everleaf, Emerald Towers.
Yeah, if you really want to see it.
Show it to you, we got to show it to you over here. Because look how big these plants get. They're the latest bloomer on the market.
Right, about 10 to 12 weeks later.
So they just keep growing and keep growing. As long as you keep harvesting them, they're just going to keep going. Very upright, beautiful form, nice rich foliage. I can attest to the fact that it tastes fabulous.
Well, I'd like to taste it on some bread. How about that?
Well, why didn't you tell me they had pesto tastings over here, where you can try the different, I always call them pestos, but it's basil that you can try. So that is the Emerald Towers. That's the Emerald Towers you're trying right there. How is it?
That's good.
All right, I'm going to try some Newton. There it is, right there. Beautiful. You want to give the tip of the recipe for the basil oil?
Well, the tip I remember, pack a blender with 4 or 5 cups of leaves, some canola oil.
Canola oil.
Right, and that.
Everybody uses olive oil, which is
It
fine.
makes it darker, apparently.
And then you get the real flavor of that basil coming through. So that is basil and a few other things, including a fairly important Impatiens here from the 2019 California Spring Trials PanAmerican seed. I'm gonna eat some more of that.
Yeah,
Let's see if it really makes me choke.
You're not going to diet today, right?
Canola oil. That is the secret.